great people. Welcome to our YouTube channel where truth meets clarity. In our family setup, we can see that there is a space where evil has found a chance to rule and reign. And we need to ask ourselves, who has allowed entry to this evil? And what can we do to eradicate this evil? To understand, we need to go back to the blueprint of creation. And we see a man in his position, and we see a woman in his position. Because these two genders are what make or constitute this family. So what is the purpose of a man in a family? What is the purpose of a woman in a family? The original blueprint puts a man as an authority, puts a man as a compass, puts a man as a direction giver, puts this same man as a teacher. Because hey, when you meet Adam, when he's given the instructions means he was being given the law, he was being given a handbook to use and teach his family. Now, what is the purpose of a woman? The woman, number one, is a life giver. The woman, her responsibility is to nurture this life into excellency. And in our today world, we are stuck at our role. We don't journey into our purpose. For example, what is the role of a man? Traditionally, the role of a man is to bring bread on the table, to go out there to work and to bring bread on the table. And the role of a woman traditionally is maybe childbearing and homekeeping. But other than that, we should advance and see these two genders through the eyes of God. What are the responsibilities they were given? And these two humans, they are supposed to work hand in hand to complement so that the purpose of God can be generated and can be seen in a family. When a man and a woman are getting into the institution of marriage without understanding the purpose of each respectively, you find that we enter into this institution with the wrong motivation, with the wrong reasons, and what is bred in this institution is an error after an error after an error. And what we end up doing is passing on our own errors to our generation, because hey, batons are passed on to generations in this setup of a family. Now, before entering into this institution of marriage, you need to go back and ask yourself, what is my purpose as a man? Because hey, we don't get married for love only or for procreation. Yes, we do after the fact. Primarily, we get married to advance the agenda of God. And what is the agenda of God? We discussed in our previous episode. And we see the agenda of God is for his purpose to be seen in this world, is for each and every human being to have leadership into this world, and it is for every human being to exercise his dominion. And we have seen that there is a domain. Our domain is this physical earth. It is where we are supposed to have our dominion. It is to mean every human being is innately born a leader. Now, what happens when we don't understand our purpose? We enter into the institution in error and we continue to advance errors. And this is why you see abuses are happening in our families. Children are being molested by their own fathers and mothers. You find that this father, instead of staying into his role of being a teacher, a protector and a provider to the wife and to the children, he's the first person who is exposing these children and the wife to abuse, be it physical or any other form of abuse. When we come to the mother, let me take you to Proverbs chapter 31. There's a woman there that we read about, the Proverbs 31 woman. And we don't amplify our eyes to see this woman beyond her role. She's highlighted with waking up early, making bread for his family and for his maid servant. But we get to there traditionally, we see her traditionally. We don't amplify our eyes to see her with her purpose. When you're starting that passage of Proverbs 31, you will find that woman talking to his son, King Lemuel. He's molding his son into kingship. So another thing that a woman does, a woman is a kingmaker. A woman can make you great. A woman can mold the prince in you and usher you into kingship. That is the role of a woman. She is a life giver. Life giving does not necessarily mean birth only. She gives birth to purpose and to potential. And lucky are the children that have this kind of a woman as a mother, because what does the Bible say? That her children call her blessed. So it is very crucial for every man and for every woman to understand his purpose, so that we can be able to raise a godly generation, and a generation that is going to take over this world, and a generation of leaders, and a generation that is going to come with confidence and eradicate evil in our world and make this world a better place. Now, these two human beings, Adam and Eve, they were originally in the nature of God. They were in the right position. They were in the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is not a physical location. It means they were in the presence of God. So whatever they were going to do while in that presence of God, it was going to affect their world in a godly way. Now, when they knew evil, or when evil entered, is when now the fall happened. It meant now they cannot be able to make godly decisions. They cannot be able to implicate their world with godliness. They can only be able to implicate their world with evil. That is why you see, because the spirit man is dead to the things of God, is dead to the righteousness of God, we enter into marriage as two empty shells that are not alive to the things of God and to the purpose of God. We enter into this marriage because I, as a woman, I want tall, dark, and handsome. And the man wants this beautiful, he has this standard that he has explained, how he wants his woman. Those are good qualities. But beyond that, you should journey beyond the physical appearance of a person, see the soul of this person, and see through the spirit of this person, so that you can know what kind of a person you are beginning the journey of marriage and our family with. Because most of us, we enter into the institution while in a fallen nature. And when we enter into this institution in a fallen nature, you find that it is not difficult for a father to sexually abuse his daughter. It is not difficult as a mother to sexually abuse his son. It is not an issue for siblings to abuse each other sexually. It is not an issue for relatives to abuse other small children sexually or emotionally or physically, because we are in our fallen nature. Our spirit is dead to the nature of God. So we need to go back and accept Christ as the foundation. We need to go back and accept the Lordship of Jesus, because once our spirit is alive to the things of God, our soul will cave to the Spirit of God, and our body will not have any other option but to cave in and to do what the Spirit of God wants, and we will never see abuse ever happening in our family. So guys, it is a call for action. Let us now go back where we lost the way as a family and as an institution. It is not too late. We can correct this mess. We can correct this error. We can stop all these abuses we see. Our children are not even safe in the confines of a family. You can see even people are commenting they cannot trust their daughters with their stepfathers. Guys, when did we reach here? It is because of our fallen nature. Our spirit is dead. That is why another system, I have told you, the system of Cain, it has taken over, and it is ruling over our soul, over our institutions of marriage, over our families, and over our nations at large. Let us correct this. Tell me why a grown man would look at a little girl and see not beyond the sexuality of this little girl. Tell me why a grown woman will look at a boy or at a girl and not see this child beyond his or her sexuality. It is because the spirit is dead to the things of God, and the soul of this human being is corrupt, is dead. The desires are desires that are dead. So even when he's doing that act with this little child, he doesn't have the humanity in him. He doesn't have the purpose of God in him to know, hey, I'm the caretaker of this person. Even if this child is not mine biologically, I'm the parent, I'm the leader. I'm supposed to take the lead and direct this child and nurture this child to excellency. So my people, watch out for our consecutive episodes where we're going to be discussing about this and more. We're going to dig deep and we're going to unravel a lot of evils happening. And the same way, we are going to come up with the cure using the Kingdom Book, because hey, the Bible has the solution to everything, including your family.
Thank you.